Today we're going to remove the airbag, passenger airbag, in the Mini Cooper track car. But first we've got to open the dash. Obviously, for those of you without a roll cage, you should be able to open the glove box, sorry, without ripping it off, which unfortunately we had to do. So now we need to take the back of the glove box out. To remove the glove box, you need to take out the 5 Torx T20 screws. One's there, one's here, and you can see one's right at the back, and there's 2, one here in this hole here, bit of a faff, and there's one here as well on this side. When you pull it out, don't forget to disconnect the light, the glove box light, and also there's a pipe at the back for the cooling of the glove box. Don't forget to remove that as well, and then you can take out the back of the glove box. This is the start of taking the airbag out. One thing before you touch anything airbag related is making sure you disconnect the battery. In this car it doesn't matter because the airbag bit, the bit that controls the airbag unit was here and it's been disconnected, so it won't fire. But if you haven't disconnected the battery and you still have all this intact, you need to disconnect the battery now to avoid any problems, shall we say. So these two, once you've done that, these 2 T30 bolts can come out, and I would do that at this stage before we take the top of the dash off. We need to take out these T20, sorry, not 220, T20 screws here, and the same will be the other side. It's underneath this cover, and this just pops up by putting a screwdriver in. You see the little bit here at the bottom, and then just carefully prise it out. We need to do the same the other side. The other side doesn't have the passenger airbag part here. So there's 2 of these. There's one the other side as well. You can see there's already a hole, and then there are 2 screws in here we need to take out. You'll see when you peer down the hole. Let me see if I can see. Can't really see, but there's one in there and there's one on the other side. These are T20 screws, these 2 here, and then you need to take, there's 4 of these, one here, T30, another one here, and the same the other side. They're T30. That's right, isn't it, Lewis? T30? T30. Yeah. Lower the steering column down as far as it'll go, and then release the T27 Torx. There's 2, and that will just give you a bit more room when we need to take the top of the dash off. Next bit, and it seems a bit scary but it isn't really, is we need to give this bit a bit of a pull, this bit here. So like this, carefully. So we need to prise this out to get it out of the way to get to the Torx bolts behind here. We can't take this out because of the roll cage, but you need to get to these 4 T20, I think they are, screws, which will enable you to now, once we've done the other side, lift the top of the dash up, and that's where we're going to slide the airbag through. Now we need to do the driver's side, that's it, and then this bit, pull forward a bit at the top because there's some T20, I think they're T20 under there we need to get to. There we go. So one there and one the other side. So we need to undo them now. For those without a roll cage, preventing us from lifting this any further at the moment, you now need to, this will be out the way, so you won't have a problem here, but we need to get to these bolts under here. There's 4 of them, 2 either side. Once we get that, we can turn the airbag upwards at this angle and get to the 8 bolts underneath to then separate the bracket from the airbag, and then remove the airbag through the top and the bracket, I think, through the bottom. We're up underneath now, looking up at the bottom of the cage that's holding the airbag, and you'll see there's 4 10mm nuts, although I've taken one of them off. There's also 4 the other side, which you can't really see, but we need to move, now that we've undone the T25s at the top, we need to now just manhandle it into a position where you can get to the other 4. Nearly forgot, don't forget to unplug the airbag, which is here, and cut the cable tie there, so that it will give you a bit more movement and enable you to release the, or remove the airbag. So this will drop out the bottom under there, and this part of the airbag will come out through the top. That's the airbag removal. Now we've just got to put everything back in. Refitting is the reversal of removal.